Hey, welcome back to the channel. So today I am doing a solo hike up to Cheonwangbong, which is the second highest peak in South Korea, but it's the tallest peak on the actual peninsula. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive about 3 hours from Pohang to Baemudong. I'm going to spend the night in the vehicle, and then I'm going to hike up to the top. And as you can see, I'm already giving you a spoiler. I'm already at the top. So join me on the journey, because man, it was a killer. Hey team, welcome to Team Mike Adventures channel. In this channel, Chris and I will bring you into our lives of adventure and hope that we can reassure others that travel is possible at any age. In this channel, we want to engage, empower, educate, and encourage you to get out and explore the world around you regardless of your age. Chris and I are avid travelers, and we've traveled all around the world in all phases of life, from when we were first starting our careers, then with kids when we had to travel on a budget, and even now that we're at the executive level of our career when we can splurge a little more on luxurious travel. Although we haven't retired yet, we hope you will join us on our adventures. In this channel, we will talk about how we plan, how we budget, the best ways to find cheap airfares, and the best apps to use for public transportation, and even the harsh realities of traveling in the US and abroad. Chris and I will talk about some of our travel woes of being taken advantage of in New York City and robbed in Rota, Spain. But those times pale in comparison to the better times, like seeing construction marvels like the Hoover Dam, the Eiffel Tower, and the temples and palaces of Tikal, walking the battlefields of Normandy, Belleau Wood, Vietnam, Korea, and Japan, seeing the beautiful cherry blossoms on the National Mall. And if relaxing by a pool or the ocean is more of your vibe, we will take you to some of the best destinations like Bimini, Cebu in the Philippines, Roatan in Honduras, Okinawa, Cozumel and Bali, and show you some of the best diving and scuba locations in the world. Chris and I will also explore the street markets, local shopping districts, and food vendors. What we promise you is openness, transparency. We will also share the good times and not so great times of our experiences. We hope that you will subscribe to our channel and can join us on the upcoming Team Mike adventures. Hey guys, so some of you are interested in what I'm bringing on the trip to Jirisan National Park. So I wanted to take just a quick moment to show you exactly what I'm taking now. Understand that I am driving to Jirisan, so it's about 3 hours from where we live here in Pohang. So I've got a lot of stuff, but most of that's gonna stay in the vehicle, because what I plan on doing tonight is sleeping in the vehicle. What you're going to see here is not all of it. I've already got some of it in the vehicle, primarily like lawn chairs and things to set in. So let me show you what I'm bringing. So first off, I am taking a cooler. This will be where I put a lot of the food and things that I have for the night. Taking a few beers. I've got a couple of Ultras, got a couple Miller Lights, and the old trusty PBR. Also, I've got a towel, I've got some PB&J, I've got some coffee packets, I've got some electrolyte mix that I will take along with me in my bag, just to allow for, just to make sure that I'm staying hydrated and keeping my electrolytes up, because it will be about 80 degrees tomorrow. I've got my camera bag, which my camera bag is going to go inside my trail bag, because the camera bag just doesn't have enough space to put things like food and things like that. So I'm going to put my camera bag inside my trail bag, and then I've got some pouches here that I'll put my water bottles on. And then what's staying in the vehicle tonight is my hygiene kit. I've got one change of clothes. I'll have my hiking boots on, so I got my hiking clothes that I'll put on in the morning. I've got some mosquito repellent that's a screen for mosquitoes. I don't know how the bugs are there, so I won't use it if if there's no bugs. And then I got a couple of yoga mats that I'll use for bedding, and also I'll take a pillow, and then I've got a quilt, which the quilt may be interchangeable as a pillow and something to cover up with. So this is a very minimalist trip. I'm driving out there today. I'll spend the night in a parking lot or something, a campground tonight, and then travel, do the hike tomorrow, and then travel back. So that's all. Thanks. So before I get on the road here, I want to show you kind of my setup inside the vehicle. So I got my towel, I've got my my change of clothes and some slides that in case I find a bathroom, that's what I'll use to go into the shower bathroom facility. I've got some Doritos that I'll snack on the way. I've already got my pallet laid out. It was just easier to go ahead and lay my pallet out. I got my blanket, blanket, quilt. I've got my pillow, and then as you can see there, I've got my my Yeti cooler that I've put up there, and that's where I'll leave my Yeti cooler tonight. I did buy some more water. I've got water. I've got some Bacardi Sweat just to stay hydrated. I did a 20-mile bike ride this morning, so I'm pretty dehydrated right now. But I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of water for at least tonight, and then to fill up tomorrow morning. And then some of the research that I did, they've got spigots or pipes with fresh water coming out that I can get along the way. So that's my plan. Here I go. I'm getting ready to get on the road. It's about a 3-hour drive. All right, so I just arrived a few minutes ago. So this provides you a good depiction of the heights. That location right there is where we're going, and then when you look up on the actual geography, we are going right there. Hey guys, so I'm back. So just got my rig set up, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. So Baemudong is about 3 hours from where we live in Pohang. It's a relatively easy drive to get out here, mostly interstate. There is a little bit of driving on back roads once you get into Baemudong, actually Namyang, but it's a great drive. I got here it took me about 3 hours to get here. After I got here, I got my rig set up, walked up to the trailhead so I would know where I'm going in the morning, and just kind of looked around at the town. Pretty interesting. There's several other folks that are camped around me. There's a couple in auto cars, as they call it here, kind of the mobile home, the small Class B mobile homes. There's a couple of folks who's doing like I am and sleeping out of the back of their vehicle. So I'll take a minute just to show you the rig and how I've got it set up. So I've got a couple of yoga mats that we have at the house for exercising. I've got those laid down. I've got a large quilt to provide a little bit of extra padding, and maybe if it gets cold tonight, which I doubt, I may throw that over me. I've got a pillow. I've got my bags lined here. I've taken a towel and put the towel over the window to give me a little bit of privacy. I've got the solar block, the sunscreen in the front. Again, that'll provide me with just a little bit of privacy. I'll keep my the back driver's side door open tonight. That will allow for a little bit of ventilation to come through. I may keep my my hatchback open tonight. It just depends on how bad the bugs are. I did bring some product that we used when we were in Florida. It's the Maggie Farm mosquito fogger. So you just spray it around, and it provides a block. I'm not sponsored by Maggie Farm, by the way. It's just something that we've used, but that's a good product. Yeah, and I just got a chair and my cooler that I'm using to kind of prop my feet up on. I've already taken a nap today, so that's good. So anyway, I think I'm ready to hit the trail in the morning. I'm going to try to get up at first light and get started. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and comment below if you need any more information on hiking to Cheonwangbong, which is the highest peak, the second highest peak in South Korea, the highest peak on the peninsula. The height of Cheonwangbong is 1,915 meters. You can look it up and do the conversion, but it's pretty high, and it's supposed to be a pretty hard hike, but I'm looking forward to it. Got plenty of water, got a couple of beers tonight that I'll have, got a little bit of food, and I've got some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to sustain me tomorrow. So thanks for watching, guys. So rather than just sitting around the vehicle tonight, thought I'd just get out and walk around this little town. So as you can see over here, folks are cooking out, doing the Korean barbecue thing. So one of the things that the Koreans are known for is doing Korean barbecue. But the one thing that's different about Koreans is, man, they love being around friends, drinking, having a good time, just talking. It's pretty awesome. So I took a little stroll up to the trailhead. Came across this map. So as you can see, we're here. So this is a next shelter, which is 3 kilometers away, and then this shelter is another almost 3 kilometers, and then from this shelter over to Cheonwangbong is about another 2 kilometers. So all total, I'm looking at about 6K, probably about 8K, which is just almost 5 miles. But from what I've heard is it's a very challenging. This is classified as a hard trail. So looking forward to seeing what I got myself into. So I just arrived Cheonwangbong trailhead, and took a little walk down this little path. I heard a bunch of people like having a good time playing in the water. Went down a really steep set of steps and found this. So it just looks like where the hikers, after they finish up for the day, they come down, sit in the water, and just get the cold water over their legs, which is a super smart thing to do. Okay, good morning. So last night was a little bit of restless sleep. It started raining about 10:30. Everything that was outside got soaking wet. But I woke up a couple of times last night, about 1:30, I guess. So, but overall, it was a good night's sleep. The rig held up pretty well. Yeah, there's probably need to get some thicker bedding, but other than that, it was all good. So ready to get up and get ready for the hike. Okay guys, so getting ready to get started on the hike. Got my phones somewhat charged up to about 60% or so. I didn't bring a block last night, which was a mistake. But anyway, that's the way things go sometimes. So got my hat, got my sunglasses, cameras, bag. All right, let's get rolling. All right guys, so I'm just walking through the small town, getting up to the trailhead, and then we'll get started. So right now the time is 5:44. So yeah, super anticipating what this hike's gonna be about, just how hard it's gonna be. It's about 70 degrees right now, but the humidity is high. Like I said, it rained last night. About 10:30 it came a downpour. I think it rained into almost midnight. And yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see just how wet the trail is, wet and muddy the trail is. And yeah, so looking forward to this thing. I'm gonna go crush it. Got my David Goggins shirt on, so anytime I do hard shit, I wear my David Goggins shirt. Baemudong Village is where I started from this morning. So I've already gone 1.8 kilometers. And then this is my first checkpoint. This is a shelter. I'm gonna stop there for a little bit just to get some more water, and hopefully there's a water station along the way as well. But right there, that's the goal for today. 5.7 kilometers. I got this. So I really hope folks are paying attention to the sign. So I learned an important lesson, or almost. So when you're hiking, the signs, always get them translated. I almost drank bad water. Luckily there was a Korean gentleman who stopped me and told me not to drink it, that it says do not drink the water. Close call. Could have been a bad day with the diarrhea. 3.2 kilometers to the shelter, 4.9 kilometers to the peak. Woo! But what I'm also looking at is 2.6 kilometers back to the village. Here we go. Let's get it done. Okay, so I'm up on the ridge now. It's kind of leveled out. I'm at about 1,300 meters in elevation. So yeah, let's keep going. Just a reminder, never feed the bears. As if they have to say that, but I'm sure someone did it. All right, guys, I think sometimes when folks see these videos, they want to see smiling faces. Well, I'm telling you, this is hard, but I know the view is going to be super awesome. 3.2 kilometers to go. Get it on. All right, so I thought I'd sit down and catch a quick breather. Take my backpack off. Drink a little bit of water. Oh man, that's good. So right now I'm 3 hours in, going good. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but I am soaking wet. I think every inch of fabric on my clothes are soaking wet, and I can feel the water in my hiking boots. And one of the mistakes I made was I didn't bring dry socks. So luckily I don't have any hot spots. I'll get up to the top and take my shoes off and let my socks dry out a little bit. All right, let's keep going. So I made it to the shelter. It took me 3 hours and 45 minutes to make it up to the shelter. The shelter's back behind me. You can see it here. Also, you can see that it's clouded in. There's a lot of folks around the shelter cooking food. There's drinking water up here. On my route, I did not have any drinking water. I had 3 16-ounce containers that I used. I had one with pure water. I had a Pocari Sweat. And I had one bottle that has electrolytes in it, and I also brought powdered electrolytes to mix with my mix with my water. So yeah. So onto the peak. So from the shelter up to the peak, it is basically straight up. Nice. Here we go. All right, guys, I'm not at the top yet, but hey, I couldn't pass up letting you see that view. Absolutely beautiful. Over there is one of the other peaks that you can climb. It's not as high as the one I'm headed to, but man, you know, one of the reasons Christian and I started this channel was to encourage people, particularly those that are over 50, to get out and explore the world around them. That's exactly what I did. Christian's in the States, had no partner, got in my vehicle, found a place I wanted to go, which just happens to be one of my bucket list items, and headed out to the trail. Spent the night last night, got up early this morning and started hiking. You don't need a friend or a buddy to get out and do stuff. Just get out and go. Get off the couch. When I'm doing hard stuff, I like to wear my David Goggins shirt just to remind me that you can achieve more. So thanks, David. Stay hard. All right, guys, I think this is about one of the best pictures of the peak I'm going to get before I actually get there. So there it is. All right, guys, so I've only got about 250 meters to go, but tell you what, this is really no cakewalk, but again, it's just about getting off the couch, getting out and doing something, and exploring nature. I tell you what, I've seen some of the most beautiful scenery that I've seen in a long time. Of course, right now we're all bogged in, but it's all right. I'm gonna get to the top, take a little bit of a rest, and then start working my way back down. Here we go, to the top. Hey guys, I made it to the top. 5 hours exactly. Wow. All right, guys, so we made it to the top. I made it to the top, and enjoying a peanut butter and jelly sandwich up here, and then drink a little bit of water, and then start heading on back down. So again, it took me 5 hours exactly to finish, or to get to the top. I'm not finished yet. Still got to go down to the bottom. So I don't mind snakes, as long as I see them first. I think that one's a little non-venomous. But yeah, I don't like him nonetheless. I haven't taken a lot of B-roll on my way down, but man, for like the last 2 miles, I just had a swarm of mosquitoes around me. And the only thing I want to do is finish and get in some water to get these things away from me. Wow, I don't know if you guys can see those on video or not, but it is absolutely ridiculous. The thing about it is, they're not really biting me. They're just swarming around me. Alright guys, I am done. So back in Baemudong, try to grab some chow, use the bathroom, try to get a soak, and then get back to Pohang. Woo! What a day. As I drive out of Jirisan National Park, you can't help but be in awe of the dense canopy of green that surrounds us. The lush foliage and towering trees create a sense of tranquility and harmony with nature. And just look at the majestic mountain views. The peaks of Jirisan rise majestically into the sky, offering a sense of grandeur and a reminder of the sheer power and beauty of nature. Exploring Jirisan National Park is truly a feast for the senses. The vibrant greenery, the fresh mountain air, and the serene atmosphere all come together to create an unforgettable experience. Whether you're a nature lover, a hiking enthusiast, or simply seeking a peaceful escape from the hustle and bustle of city life, Jirisan has something to offer everyone. Roadside restaurant, which these places are always phenomenal for their food. The chicken katsu curry is one of my favorite. It's just a fried pork cutlet, but it's always delicious. Then they give you a little bit of radish and a little salad, which their salad is just cabbage with a little bit of corn on top of it. And then you get rice, a little bit of kimchi, and a wool soup. This isn't much of a curry, it's more like a tomato sauce, but it's still really good. Okay, so I resisted the urge to get a huge meal. I was planning on getting the katsu curry, and then I was going to get udon noodles as well, but I decided not to be a complete pig. But right now I reserve the right to go back if I need to. I want to thank you for joining me on this journey through Jirisan National Park. I hope you enjoyed the lush greenery and mountain views as much as I did. Stay tuned for more adventures in nature and travel. Until next time, take care and keep exploring. And please like and subscribe to the channel.